Hello everybody, welcome to Eternal Battlegrounds, the latest Battlegrounds game created by the Your Bizarre Adventure owner, Uzuki, and several notable devs. And so far, the game and the combat feels pretty fluid, the parry system is great, each character has its own unique passive, and the moves are just unique and perfect, and the awakenings are visually amazing. There's cutscene moves that look great. So the first character you're going to load in with is Ichigo from Bleach. And his passive is, every time you land an ability or basic attack, you gain a stack. At 5 stacks, equip the Hollow Mask to buff your next ability. The mask will break upon using a buffed ability. So you would basically do your, basic 5-in-1 combo or whatnot, and you would get your stacks, and that buffs your moves. So, for example, we're going to use Getsuga Tensho, and as you can see, it has a red VFX and does increase damage. Now, this is what it looks like without the mask passive. So let me get some stacks so I can show you Sword Slash. But this is it without it. It has a blue VFX and does significantly less damage. So we're going to increase our stacks once again, and we're going to see what Sword Slashes looks like with the buffs. There you go. Red VFX, and we have the Sword Slashes without. And there we go, that's Sword Slash. The next move in Ichigo's kit is the Flash Step. This is a mobility move used to run away or reposition yourself, so then you can start a combo, end a combo, extend a combo, whatnot. And that does not get buffed by the passive ability. And like, you can probably do some pretty nasty stuff with combos, like that into that. Yeah, you see the slashes hit on Ragdoll, so I think 1 to 2 is true. The mask also increases hitbox, stun, less cooldown, the usual. But once you get to the fun part is when you get your awakening. So, let's show you that. This is Vasto Rage. There we go. We have an air move, Sero. When used on airborne victims, you perform an air Sero cutscene instead. So we're going to go in and try and get a up tilt. And there's the cutscene. You might have seen this on Infernosi's video. There you go, there's the cutscene for that. And then we have Sero without the cutscene. It's just a beam projectile, kind of like... I don't know what it's like. It reminds me of Airpalm and YBA, the MUI move, but who knows. And then we have Vasto Strength, which is a big slash. We have Arm Slicer, which is cursor aimed, so if you want to go like that, you go boom, and then you get a arm slice, basically. And then you have Vasto Roar. It's an AoE roar that stuns, kind of like, trying to think. It reminds me of that one move from Fruit Battlegrounds that Dragon V1 has, where it's a big AoE stun, and that probably is a good combo starter. And then you could do like your up tilt, and then you get your Sero, and then cool cutscene. And that is Ichigo. Also, while the awakening, you don't get your stack passive. If you can see, like every time I build it, it doesn't go up. Next character is Tanjiro from Demon Slayer, and his passive is a thread that will appear connected to your victims once you damage them within 30 seconds. Once they are below 20% max HP, you can land an M2 to execute them. Execute is just one shot, basically. And this is the first move, Ripple Thrust, which works similar to YBA's Pierce Strike, as once you use it, you basically land a strike. Once you create 2, you gain an FD stack, and it's a cursor aim move that goes like that. Well, we have to actually get the Ripple Strikes first. The cooldown's pretty low on this move, but it gets higher when... No, the cooldown is low, so that's a really good move. The next move is Whirlpool. It's your greatest combo starter, presumably, which is an up tilt, so you could probably land an yep, hits airborne enemies, so clearly that's your combo starter, is 2 into 3. So far, currently Tanjiro is probably the strongest character. It'll get nerfs and adjustments, but you can probably do stuff like that. See, he got damage. And then this is the passive. It just slices their head off. And then the next move we have is Waterfall Basin. It's a high damage move. I'm going to just use on this guy. And then it's a big AoE, like, almost like a... I don't know what it's like. It reminds me of a GPO move. What is it called? Flame Pillar. That's the move. Ripple Strike. You could probably go into that. But your best combo is probably going to be Whirlpool into Water Wheel, because then that's true, because that's an airborne attack, and that's a move that puts them into the air. You could also do your up tilt move, which it looks weird on swords. You can't really tell when they're up tilting. But just like parry. That's it. Just dodge, block, parry. That's how you fight against it. All right, let's get the Awakening. All right, and here's the Awakening. Hinokami Kagura, and then you get a speed boost on every Awakening. Alright, we have the Flame Dance. 2-hit slash. If used on airborne or far away, able to perform a dancing slash. So, that is the first alternate. And this is the normal one. It's a 2-hit slash, but if they're airborne, they'll do the not a cutscene, but a teleport move almost. Next is Clear Sky, same as Jump M2, but guard breaks. This is what your Jump M2 looks like. You have to like be in shift lock, I think, and then you go. Yeah, okay. It's the same as that, but then it guard breaks. And then we have Sun Dragon Halo. It's a 3-hit attack. It's a teleport move, I'm pretty sure. Next we have is Rainbow Flame. It's cursor aimed, which is a combo starter, and then a dash slice. And it executes. It does more damage based on their health. So, there you go. And it slices their head off. Visually, that's a really cool cutscene. I think it has the best VFX out of any beatdown-esque move. It looks really good. And on to the next character. The next character is the King of the Pirates himself, Monkey D. Luffy. Now, Luffy has one of the coolest first move. It's basically 3 moves in one. You get your pistol, you get axe, and you get a bazooka. There are so many mix-up you can do with all those moves. I think that is one. I think Luffy has the coolest mechanics, not because I'm a massive One Piece fan, but here's his passive. Every time you parry 6 times, every time you parry, you get a SC stack that paralyzes. It's Conqueror's Haki, and at max stacks, your parry will emit a paralyzing shockwave. Conqueror's Haki. And that's the knockdown with Conquerors. Then we have Pistol. Well, I already showed this, but there's Pistol, there's Axe, and there's Bazooka. You can feint your Axe to get a free Bazooka. Feinting is when you use your dash during the windup of a move. And I think that's one of the coolest mechanics, honestly. And then there's Gatling, which isn't true off of air combos. You kind of want to get a block break or parry, I think. Or do some kind of switch up combo. Here's what Gatling looks like. A basic rush, you know, it looks good, of course. It's a cool barrage. I think every game pretty much does Gatling good. There's a Rocket, which is a really good, like, catching up to people move. Like, you just want to teleport onto them. And here's what I mean by switch up. And then you basically switch up your axe and you get Bazooka. Alright, and we have to wait to get Awakening. Alright, here is the Luffy Awakening. Gear second. Now this is pre-time skips, it's second gear, so... There is Jet Pistol, which is a really good combo starter. Then we have, visually, a really cool move. Jet Gatling. It's really hard to mess up Jet Gatling. And then, this move is so strong. Jet Bazooka, it's a TP it's like, you TP onto them. If they're further away, the TP is, you know, better. There's Pistol. I'm gonna see again. I think their Jet Pistol is so cool. And you also have, your Conqueror's Hockey passive still. Jet Gatling once again. You have to be pretty close. The VFX doesn't really match, so I'd go for something like Jet Bazooka. And then you could probably go in for a pistol. I think up tilt is true into your Jet Gatling. Like this. Yeah, it catches them if you up tilt. So that's like a good combo starter for Luffy Awakening. Alright, and here is the beatdown-esque move. It does the whole Toei thing where you have to see the move 3 times. And there is Luffy's Awakening. Probably one of the weaker awakenings, but that doesn't mean it's not fun. I think Luffy's character and his passives make him one of the most fun characters to play. But he's also one of the most balanced, I think. I feel like he's the weakest character. But there's Luffy. On to the next character. And the last character is the strongest himself, Gojo Satoru from Jujutsu Kaisen. So the first move on his moveset is Output Blue, which is basically maximum output blue from the Hidden Inventory arc. That was his passive, Backflash. Landing an M1 will guarantee your Black Flash. You get 3 of them before it gets on a 25-second cooldown. And this is Output Blue. Works like, you know, how you think it would. Maximum Output Blue. The next move is... These two kind of work in tandem. Reversal Red is a projectile-esque move. It's like a closer medium range projectile. AoE-esque. Spaceship Blue is a teleport move. But if you land Reversal Red before using it, you'll be able to do it twice. So let me show you what that looks like. There's Reversal Red, and then you do that. And you get 2 Self Blue. It's really cool. It's a cool teleport move. It's from that scene where he fights Jogo for the first time. And this is what it looks like without it. You only get 1. I think it's on a 10-second cooldown. And this is what the Infinity passive is in this game. Unlike getting, you know, iframes and whatnot, you get Hyper Armor on your M1s for the next 3. So we gotta put Infinity on, and see 3 of my M1s will not get cancelled. And then the Infinity wears out. And let's get the Awakenings, so you can show, I can show this demon of an Awakening. Here is the Gojo Awakening.
そうか、そうだな、そうかもな。天上天下、唯我独尊。
And now you have the first move, Mastered Blue. Basically, you get TPM ones, bam, bam, bam. They slow your opponents down every time you use one, so they're kind of true-ish. They can still be parried, but they're true. This is Mastered Reversal Red, which is a projectile that launches your opponents. And these two moves kind of work in tandem. Infinite Void is an AoE stun, and Hollow Purple is a cutscene move that is cursor aimed, but also locks on. But the thing is, when you use them together, Infinite Void true combos into Hollow Purple, and that does around 100 something damage. For free! And then we have Hollow Purple. And if they're in Domain Expansion before you do Hollow Purple, it puts them in the Hollow Purple cutscene, which makes it true auto-aim. And there's Hollow Purple. And that is Gojo. So before ending the video, I want to explain the basic attacks. So we have your M1, which is, you know, your basic M1. You do punches for little bits of damage. The next is your heavy attack, which is your M2, but it has to be in while you're in shift lock. The next one will be your lift attack, which is when you M1 and jump. I feel like Luffy definitely shows it off best. You can see the kick instead of the sword characters. Then you have a slam attack. It's when you jump while in your M2 wind up. Best way to explain it is like this. And you get a down slam. Doesn't really do much, just does damage. Then we have roll, you know, your basic dash. You get, I think, 360 dashes. And then, yeah. Next thing is your feint. Basically, during the windup of any move, including M1s, you can cancel the move windup. This sets up cool combo tricks like pistol, axe, feint it, and you get bazooka. I think that's just a little neat thing. Parry and blocking, you know, the usual block move. You take no damage, and then the parry mechanic. And then you could set yourself up for a combo. And we have shift, walk, and we have sprint. And that's what that does. And hover above moves to show what they do. And yeah, game. One more thing, Makima is a early access character, so she's not being released yet. And so far, her model's really good, and her awakening animation is something special, so be on the lookout to see Makima. There's the shop, you know, the chests. You could buy stuff, you know, skins and whatnot. The rates are different per chest. You have emotes, finishers, max skins, and then coins you could buy and whatnot. The prices are placeholders right now. I think they're going to get adjusted. You can press your R for emotes. You have, like, Maharaga, mogging people. You can do the Itadori thing, some frog thing, and then a laugh, and then some skins I have. I think I have some skins. I have a mythical Ichigo skin I was lucky to pull. There you go. There's mythical Ichigo. It's just a white Ichigo. Looks cool. I don't know what the faster rage looks like. If I show it, I'll put it up on the screen. And I also have a Gojo skin. I have the Jujutsu Kaisen 0 version of Gojo, so that's what that looks like. It looks cool. I think it looks cooler than the base form, because I like the white headband, and you get to see one of his 6 eyes, which is cool. It's the scene where he fights Miguel. He lifts up his bandana. It's cool. It's Gojo. And that's Eternal Battlegrounds. Be ready to play it soon, guys. Peace.